Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Microsoft Roadmap Updates. Excited to be here with Tamara and Tom. I missed the last couple of weeks, but I'm back and excited to record. So let's go with Tamara. Tamara, what did you like in development? Now, again, this is the category of it's getting built in the factory, the sausage is getting made. So we'll learn more about it later when it actually comes out. But what are some of the things in development that caught your eye?
Well, one thing that I thought was really neat was Microsoft Teams SharePoint embed support for Teams town halls. So users will be able to embed Team Town Halls in the SharePoint site that they manage. This capability is going to allow town hall attendees to watch the event instance within a particular SharePoint site.
It's pretty cool.
And that's coming out in August.
Very cool.
So that's my favorite. But I also like Microsoft Teams automatically set the work location on bookable desks. So the user's work location can be automatically set to in the office upon plug-in to peripherals at a bookable desk. Once IT enables the policy for a tenant or a group, users can opt in to automatically update their location, making it easier to connect with coworkers when they're in the office.
Cool.
So yeah, I thought those were neat.
I just think I have one besides that one, and that's the Teams multiple camera views for Teams room on Windows. And so, when you go to a meeting and there's 4 or 5 people sitting in a conference room at a desk and you're the one remote person, it gets very difficult to see and to feel engaged. But with the multiple camera views, it will individualize each person so that you can get a closer view of everyone, which will really help people feel more engaged. So I think that's pretty cool. That's going to be coming out in August of this year as well. So that was the one I thought that was pretty cool in the in development one. How about you, Tom?
Well, I will go ahead and talk about Planner. The new Microsoft Planner app for Teams is coming to GCC. So this is the Microsoft Planner app in Teams, single unified work management experience, brings together the simplicity of to-do, the collaboration of Planner, and the power of project for the web into a single simple solution that offers individual task management, collaborative work management, as well as enterprise work management. So to date, some of us had it, but GCCI, and DoD didn't. At least this is now rolling out to GCC, and you should have it in July.
I mean, inch by inch.
Yes.
I love it.
Getting closer.
All right. Well, that's all I had for in development. Does anyone else have anything for in development, or should we move into rolling out? We'll roll on to rolling out. I'll do one that I liked and then pass it to everybody else. But SharePoint autofill columns. So this is going to allow SharePoint premium users. So you've got to have premium. Premium users to add natural language prompts to a document library column to extract or generate metadata from an uploaded file's content. So, we saw some of that with the Viva and the syntax and all of that previously, but it's kind of a continuation of that type of technology. So that's really cool for people who are going to be using that in the SharePoint Premium space. There's going to be more things coming out with SharePoint Premium, so definitely an area to be watching, and that has started to roll out. So
I think that makes SharePoint Premium worth it. Right there. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Well, cool. What about you, Tamara? What did you like besides that one in rolling out?
Something I tried to use, I was using new Outlook for Windows, and then I wasn't. So Outlook shortcuts to copy and paste emails, Control-C and Control-V, in the new Outlook for Windows and the web. Users will be able to copy and paste emails in Outlook using shortcuts Control-C and Control-V, allowing them to quickly transfer emails to the desired folder. How is that faster than just dragging and dropping? It's less clicks.
I suppose might be a little easier to select 3 or 4 and then just do Control-C and then copy them over instead of trying to find one so you can drag it all over.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can select multiple and drag them over.
Yeah, but why drag and drop when you do Control C and Control V? What if what you're trying to drag and drop aren't even on the same screen?
All right, you've convinced me.
But first, what I want to know is why did the new Outlook roll out without Control V and Control C working? Yeah. Like that should just work. That should just work. I see these updates and I'm like, and this is why I am on Outlook Classic. If it is not broken, do not fix it.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah.
Very, very true.
So, yeah. How about you, Tom? What did you like about rolling out?
I'll go ahead and do a couple that are semi-related. And both, again, these are going into GCC where they didn't have them before. They're both having to do with loop components, and they're both in Microsoft Teams. So the first one is loop components in Teams chat for GCC. So loop components in Teams chat allow end users to send a message with a table, action items, or a list that can be co-authored. So that will start to give you some of the ability to use loop within a chat, which those in the commercial clients have been doing for quite some time. Apparently GCC has not. So you're going to be getting that. That should be rolling out last month as of yesterday. And then the other one, which is really nice, and this is going to make meetings a lot nicer for people on GCC, and collaborative notes allow meeting attendees to co-create and collaborate on their meeting agendas, notes, and action items. Since collaborative notes are a loop component, it is always in sync regardless of how many places they live in. Assigned task and collaborative notes automatically sync with To-Do and Planner, and that is really freaking cool. You say, hey, here's my task, and here's who it's assigned to, and here's the date. And next time the person goes over to do or the planner thing, boom, there it is in their list. And I think that is just one of the most awesome features of loops to be able to do that. So that's also coming out as of yesterday for GCC.
Let me ask you two a question.
Sure.
Do you think, and this just hit me, do you think that Loop is going to take the place of OneNote?
No.
You don't think so? I think it could.
I think the concept of components makes sense to be heavily used in OneNote, but the concept of notes would still say its own thing in OneNote. I think you might see them get reused, but I don't see it going away.
Yeah, Loop to me, it's like you've got components that, okay, you can do chat, you can do tasks, you can do this, you can do that. But with OneNote, you can do anything. You can put videos in there. You can do all these particular things. You can combine them in ways that you want. You've got your notebook, with sections and pages. And Loop really doesn't have that. You can put Loop components in OneNote. So you can have things where you put, like, say, a paragraph within OneNote, and so long as everybody's got access to that OneNote, they can all be collaborating on that. Some people in email, some people in OneNote, whatever. But I don't see it as a replacement. I see it possibly enhancing OneNote to some degree.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes. I get what you're saying, because I've started to use Loop almost like one would use a OneNote, as you know.
In some ways, yeah.
And so, yeah, I think there's definitely going to be some convergence of something, but I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't think it'll be a total convergence. But, Jen Mason has been wrong before. So I don't know that I have a strong position on this one. But, nothing would shock me.
Being like super loopy OneNote.
Super loop book, super loop note.
One loop. Let's just call it all Teams, because we call everything Teams in Microsoft.
Oh my God.
Speaking of, does anyone else have anything for rolling out?
No, I don't.
All right. Well, Tom, why don't you go ahead and do launched?
There you go, because there's a whopping 2. Count them.
Hey,
2.
I let you go, Tom.
Yes, you did. No, I appreciate that. I was going to say, but I can see why I'm going to do them both, because there's only 2. So Microsoft Copilot, and these are both Copilot related, restricted SharePoint search. So restricted SharePoint search, also known as RSS, not to be confused with really simple syndication, is a setting that allows global tenant and SharePoint admins to disable organizational-wide search and select a set of curated SharePoint sites. Maybe thinking, why? Because in Copilot, if you let it go and grab everything that it can get access to, you're probably going to find somebody go, hey, who makes the most money in the company? And somebody hasn't secured a spreadsheet somewhere properly that everybody has access to, but because security via obscurity, they don't go out and look for it. And Copilot says, yeah, this person does. Boom, here you go. Well, using this restricted SharePoint search, you can turn off company-wide search, pick like, I believe it's up to 100 sites, and that's all Copilot's going to be able to see. That makes a lot of sense from a Copilot standpoint, but it also turns off all that search for everything else in SharePoint. So it's got a really small use case. Yeah, it's a niche thing, and it's helping you to get Copilot implemented, but at what cost if you don't have search for anything else at that point? So it's coming out, or it's out now in June. So you do have this feature available to you if you needed to go that route in order to get Copilot up and running. You're still all going to be able to get your own OneDrive stuff. That's still always going to be available for you. But this just kind of narrows it down so you can get going with Copilot sooner than later. And the other one is access Copilot directly in Classic Outlook for Windows. So the same Copilot experience that you can expect from, or that you can get from the new Teams app at copilot.microsoft.com, work mode, and any other place, many other places now available within the Classic Outlook for Windows. You can find the Copilot app.
I'm gonna have to go push my updates and see if I have that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's cool that they're not just basically saying, "Yeah, that's old stuff. You know, you're on your own. Go to the new stuff," which they're trying to do anyway. But I like the fact that they are bringing in the vast number of, classic Outlook client users.
Well, you have to look at telemetry, right? They look at telemetry all the time. They might come out and say, hey, we are pushing this new app. You're going to go to it. And we may scream and holler and kick our feet. But if we move to it, go to it. Look at Teams. We all went to the new Teams. It's a better experience. It was better for us. We needed to do it. The Outlook, not many people are going to the new Outlook,
no.
as not as many as should or could, so they can't not put the features in the other. So we'll kind of see where that one goes. About every month I decide it's time to try the new Outlook.
And then you decide not to again.
Back. It's close. It's close. We're getting closer. It takes longer each time.
Yeah.
But cool. We're crazy.
I use it until I find something I can't do.
Right. And then I go back. Yep. It takes longer each time now to find that thing I can't do. But, oh, yeah. Two things have been canceled. One is it doesn't matter because it's replaced with another. So that's ultrasound proximity join admin controls for Teams rooms on Windows. I'm not going to lie. I'm not even 100% sure what that means, but it doesn't matter because it's in another roadmap item. But the one that might matter to people is whiteboard, and that is voting. And so they said it is being deprioritized based on other highly requested features. And so as a workaround, you can do lightweight voting, such as sticky note reactions, and it's going to move to a more formalized voting function to whiteboard. So yeah, if you wanted voting in whiteboard, not going to be there. It got deprioritized. It's not saying it's never coming, but it's deprioritized. So we'll see where that goes. So those are our cancellations for this week. So exciting stuff.
I have to do a shameless plug.
I love shameless plugs.
For Teams noise canceling. So we're doing a bathroom remodel right now.
And I haven't heard it once.
Up the floor directly below me. Well, I was on a conference call with a client and I asked them, I'm like, do you hear any jackhammering? And they said, no, we just hear you. And I mean, I had my headphones on. I was doing this so I could hear them, but they heard me just fine.
That's fantastic. That's
so
super
I gotta
great.
tell you, it works.
Really, really well.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. I haven't heard your jackhammering once, and we've talked a few times. Fun.
Cool.
So we're good to go.
Well, Tamara, also tell us, I thought your shameless plug was going to be for the conference coming up. Why don't you do a shameless plug for that one?
Another shameless plug.
She has no shame.
Friday, September 6th, we're doing the M365 Twin Cities. And there's an open call for speakers right now through July 8th. So, and if you have never spoken before and you want to speak, and we pick your session, if you want, we'll assign you a mentor to help you prepare. So you don't have to go it alone. So if you want to be a new speaker, you want to try speaking, this is the way to do it.
It's very cool.
I really thought that the shameless plug she was letting you go for is the TechCon.
That's the shameless plug I was going for, but go for a third shame.
And TechCon. I'm speaking.
But wait, there's more.
TechCon 365 TechCon DC. I don't know. They've recently changed their name. I'm doing a full day workshop on SharePoint 0 to Hero, and then doing 3 other sessions. One called Calendars. Guess what that one's about?
Maybe list. No, I'm kidding. Do they get a discount if they like register with your last name or something like that?
Yeah, if you register with my last name, you get like $100 off.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, thank you for that. That was the plug I thought we were going to do from the beginning, but I like the other plug.
It only took me 3 times to get there.
But you got them all in. That was nice.
I love it. I love it. All right, everybody. That was cool. Well, thanks, everybody. We will be back next week with some more updates. Thanks, guys.
Bye.